Hey y'all, it's Derissa, and this is Derissa Explains It All. Alright beauties, before we dive in, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you do enjoy this video. Keep in mind too, I am a neurodivergent beauty, which means I may stumble my words, I may fidget, I may repeat myself, I may have long pauses, so on and so forth. So putting that out there for you guys. If you are new here, this channel is all about literally just sitting my fat fluffy self down in my chair and just bullshitting, having conversation with you guys. Real, raw, open, honest conversation about all things life. Today's video is all about food, y'all. I asked you guys in the previous video what type of food you guys liked, what types of foods did you prepare if you're an empty nester, if you have a larger family, favorite restaurants, all of that. So I have my son's old phone, because, you know, I record on my own phone, y'all. But I have my son's phone with all of your comments. That's my favorite part about this channel. That's what I'm looking forward to the most with this channel, is the connectivity to you guys and the interactive nature of this channel versus my other channel. My other channel, The Brutally Honest Beauty, is also going to be linked down below. All right, first up, let's see. Star, Sun, Moon, Starla, hey girl, hey. Says, food. We intermittent fast, just me and my man. We eat out once a week, love the best quality and the best tasting food that we can possibly get or make. My favorite is hamburger steak cooked on the grill with sauteed mushrooms and onions and soy sauce with mashed potatoes and brown gravy. Oh my gosh. Or just a ribeye on the grill with veggies. Also love Mexican and takeout Chinese. I love that idea. I do also do intermittent fasting. I only eat from the hours, pretty much I eat between 10 and 11 a.m. I eat breakfast. I eat one more meal before 6 p.m. and I do not eat in between that time, ever, ever, ever. And I feel like it does tend to help. Also, just on a side note, if you do have tummy issues, GERD, IBS-C, like your girl, different tummy issues, I find that, especially for me, if I eat past a certain amount of time, I feel like absolute trash. Like the whole night, I don't sleep well. I feel not well the next morning. So for me, I find that if I eat between 5 and 6, and then I typically go to bed at 2 a.m., then I'm usually fine. I love cooking on the grill. Like, we love cooking on the grill. I'm more of I'm baking and cooking meals inside the home, and then Brett is phenomenal on the grill. And I don't eat a lot of meat. I'm just gonna preface that, but I love a good ribeye on the grill, y'all. And some grilled zucchini, all the things. Love that. I do like hamburger steak. I do not like mushrooms at all. There are very few foods, very few foods that I do not like, and that is one that I just actively do. I hate mushrooms. Hate them. My husband loves them though. And then we only eat out once a week. That's kind of how we are. Maybe once every week, every 10 days or so. Obviously, my husband works outside the home, so he goes out to, he's eating lunch while he's at work. But once every week, 10 days or so, we will order pizza or something like that. We'll order in subs, or we'll go out like on Saturdays. We'll have like a date day, and we may go to like the farmer's market, more so in spring and summer months for that. But we'll go to the farmer's market, go get all of our produce and stuff for the week, come home and clean everything cut up. I boil some eggs and stuff like that. I really like to try to prep for the week to come. And then we'll go to lunch at like one of our favorite little spots. And then occasionally, like, I'll order in, if I'm home by myself, obviously, I'll order in a couple times a month only. I'll order in like Bojangles or Zaxby's. Those are my kind of go-tos as far as like fast food type stuff. And I love Mexican food. Like, my whole thing on my other channel is, if this is too long, get your tacos and your tequila. Okay, guys? Love. All right, next up, I Martinez, Miss Itzel. And if anybody has a channel, I will try to remember to tag them. If not, I will kind of specify, like, she does have a channel if you would like to go and check her out. She says, for pizza, because okay? You okay, mama? But she says for pizza, because I was talking about pepperoni and pineapple pizza, or pineapple on pizza, which I love. She says, pizza and hot wings are my favorite meal to eat. To cook, it's pot roast with potatoes and carrots. And then, yes, we have a lot of picky eaters when it comes to veggies and certain meats. Totally understand that. Now, food aversions for me is eggs since I was a baby. Oh, that stinks. I didn't used to really like eggs until I got a little bit older, so I can kind of understand that part of it. And then another aversion she says is avocados and maple syrup. She said the sweet scent just makes me a little dizzy. I love avocados, like any kind of avocado, any type of guacamole. I'll eat it all, you guys. I love making pot roast with potatoes, carrots, and onions and stuff, but that's more for Brett. Again, I don't eat a whole lot of meat. It's for me. I think it's because of sensory issues. I'm very weird about meat and textures of things. But it's something that is kind of a go-to for me to make for him, and he'll eat on the freaking roast basically all week long. So I love that as well. I love avocado. I love maple syrup, but I recently, y'all, discovered, oh, keep in mind too, these videos are going to always be around an hour long. So just, you know, we're here to have fun. We're here to just chill and enjoy our conversations. But I recently tried actual real deal maple syrup, like not the, you know, cheap shit you get from the grocery store. And it's delicious. It's expensive as hell, but it's just me eating it. So I don't mind spending the $10 for a jar this big. Anyways, thank you so much, Itzel, for commenting. All right, I also asked the same questions over on Facebook. I asked kind of like, what's your favorite food, least favorite food, what type of snacks and stuff like that. My brother literally put McDonald's for all with a bunch of laughy faces. I love you, brother, but McDonald's is my least favorite probably on the planet. Which I also am not a fast food per se. I don't consider like pizza or subs fast food. Y'all let me know if you still do consider that fast food. But yeah, I don't really care for McDonald's. Occasionally, I mean like once every few months, 5, 6, 7 months, I'll get like a breakfast from there. I feel like their breakfast for me is better than their other stuff. But I'll get breakfast because I like the coffee. So I get like the cappuccino caramel something. Caramel macchiato, I think is what it's called. I don't know. But I get that. Otherwise, I don't really eat McDonald's. Rose Marie Burns says, my favorite food, pizza. One of mine too. Least favorite, not really sure. I'm kind of the same way. Literally other than mushrooms or liver or gizzards. Ugh. If you like those, I'm so sorry. Great. Good for you. I don't like those. Go-to snack is popcorn. My dog's name is Popcorn, so every time I say it, she looks up at me. Hi. I love you. I love you so much. I like popcorn. It's not my favorite. I don't like how it sticks to the teeth and the little kernels and stuff like that, but it's fine. I'll eat it if I have it or whatever. Let me see. Go-to family meals are always tacos. Same. Like even for my sister's birthday last month, I just did like a big taco bar and did like different types of taco shells, corn, and, you know, flour tortillas, corn tortillas. We do Doritos. We can do like taco salad and then all the accoutrements. I love tacos. And I feel like especially with families or with gatherings, sorry y'all, with family gatherings and stuff like that or having a larger crowd, it's a pretty affordable way to feed a lot of people. And you can everybody can kind of customize it how they like. So I love tacos. My favorite easy recipes are tacos. I change them up with chicken versus beef, or nachos versus versus shells versus a taco salad. Sloppy Joe's, not sure what it's called, but the cream cheese and cooked chicken mixed together, wrapped in a Pillsbury croissant. Damn, that sounds good. I do like a cream cheese with sausage, like breakfast sausage, cream cheese, breakfast sausage, and rotel. Drain the rotel if you make it, and put it all together and serve it with like tortilla chips. Pita chips is great on it. It's delicious. Delicious. All right. Starla again came through over on my Facebook as well. And she says, steak is number 1. Hamburger steak with mashed potatoes and gravy. My least favorite is liver. Same. Snacks. I like chips, popcorn, cheesy puffs. Oh, I love cheese. What are the things called? Cheetos puffs? Cheetos puffs? I think that's what they're called. I love those. And then peanuts. I don't like peanuts. Oddly enough, it's the only nut that I actually don't like. Like I love anything peanut butter. Yeah, I love peanut butter. But peanuts, I don't know if it's the texture because they're a little bit softer, maybe. I don't know. But I love overall most nuts. And then let's see. Easy family meal, spaghetti with lots of mushrooms. I agree with that, which again, I only add mushrooms to my husband's portion. But like this coming week, and I'll kind of let you know what I made for this week we're in currently right now. Like this coming week, I'm making him a huge pot of homemade spaghetti with homemade sauce. And what I like to do is do enough homemade sauce that I can make him spaghetti and then I'll either freeze the sauce or cool it off or whatever. And then when that's done, I'll make a homemade lasagna. So I feel like making that homemade sauce, it's pretty affordable to do that, and make enough to be able to freeze it and use it for another meal, or make lasagna and spaghetti kind of going forward. Again, I only add mushrooms to like his part, or if they're cooked down enough, I will tolerate them. They're just not my favorite at all. And so I love that idea. Spaghetti, I think too, kind of runs along the lines of like tacos and stuff, where for not a whole lot of money, you can feed a lot of people. And then my girl Daphne came through as well. Favorite food, Greek food. I love Greek food so much. Y'all look, I don't meet much food that I don't like. Can you tell? Least favorite food, tomatoes. My go-to snack, cucumbers. I love cucumbers, especially like cucumbers with like tzatziki or something like that, or cucumbers with vinegar and salt and pepper. I don't know if that's just a Southern thing. Comment down below, let me know about that. Favorite go-to meal is sausage with pasta. Favorite easy recipes are spaghetti. I agree. I feel like spaghetti is one of those things that you can really kind of customize that too. Like if somebody doesn't, like I was never really into like red sauce as a kid. So when we would do spaghetti, we would put the noodles separate and put a little bit of oil and like salt and pepper, Parmesan cheese just in the noodles themselves. And then when I would take my portion, I would just put butter and a little bit of salt and pepper on them. Like I didn't really like the sauce like that. And then if somebody wants more sauce or less sauce, or if they like to top it with cheese, if you want to add different vegetables, easy way, look, mom tip, if you want to cut up vegetables really small and put it in there, carrots, zucchini, squash, stuff like that, onions, of course, bell peppers, fresh tomatoes, and put them into your sauce. Your kids are going to eat it because it's spaghetti, you guys. All right, let's see. Lisa Smith, hey girl, hey, says, my favorite pizza is mushroom and cheese. I like pineapple on everything, but I haven't had it on a pizza in 20 years. I need to try it again. I am here for your journey. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Sincerely, I appreciate you being here. This is definitely the the not watered down and the very shit show version of myself, which I love. I like that I literally can just sit here and be me, and I don't have to worry about perfection and makeup being perfect and this and that. I literally just sit here in horrible lighting and just talk, and we just bullshit and have fun. And you don't have to be sitting here in front of your phone or your television or whatever watching me. You can literally play this, walk around your house, take care of whatever you need to take care of, and I'm just keeping you company, and I love that. I don't like mushrooms, but I love pineapple too, like on everything. Even my husband and I will do kebabs or kebabs on the grill, and we'll do some that have like steak, and then we'll do like bell pepper, onion, and tomato. And then we love to do like a teriyaki pineapple sauce marinated chicken with pineapples and onions. Oh my God. I'm making myself hungry, you guys. Okay. I'm starving. I digress. Yeah, pineapple's great. I love pineapple. Plus, I was raised in Hawaii, so we used to go and actually pick them. Actually, we kind of stole them back in the day. Y'all don't tell nobody. Next up, Beauty and More with Renee. She also does have a channel, so y'all go check her out. I love Applebee's, and my favorite foods are baked mac and cheese, pepperoni and pineapple pizza, and Mexican food. Girl, you are talking my language. So if we ever visit, like, we're going to get along great. We are going to want the same types of food. Completely agree. I'm not a huge fan of our Applebee's here. Our Applebee's here, Brett and I actually used to go there pretty frequently, like many, we've been together 27 years. So when I say many years ago, many years ago. And the quality, it may just be in our area. I don't know, but it's not that great anymore. But yeah, I love baked mac and cheese. But I'm somebody that is incredibly particular about food and flavor profiles and textures again, and not to toot my own horn, but I am a phenomenal cook, so I don't always like other people's food. And with mac and cheese, a lot of people literally just put noodles and cheese, and that is not mac and cheese. That has no flavor to me. It has no kind of a good texture profile to it or anything like that. I like to actually full on make a roux and make a homemade cheese sauce and make my mac and cheese. And when I bake it, I only bake it enough to where the center is just set. I still like it to be creamy. And then I like that nice little crispy layer of cheese on top. Ooh, that's how I like mine. Anyways, and of course, y'all know I love Mexican food. I love Mexican food. All right, next up is Cakelet69. Hey girl, hey. She says, I'm so glad to hear honesty when it comes to the beauty community. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. And I would love for old school YouTube to come back. That was obviously commenting from previous video. And she says, on another note, seafood is my food of choice, especially the bowl bags. Y'all, me and Brett love a seafood bowl. Crab, shrimp, sausage, the potatoes, the corn, tons of Old Bay, a little bit of red pepper flake, tons of butter. Ooh, yes, please. Yes, please. I should not have filmed this right now, y'all. I'm about to go get my ass a snack. Oh my gosh. And I think that is it. Let me just double check for comments. Yes. Okay. So that is it as far as like everything from you guys. So thank you so much. The way that I like to cook, and I was kind of hoping that more people would kind of respond to as far as like living as an empty nester, or maybe it's just one person or something like that. Because for us being empty nesters, it's a little difficult because Caleb and I like the same things, and then Caleb and Brett always loved the same things. So for instance, like when I make homemade chicken noodle soup, which I made this week for Brett, I could make a big pot of chicken noodle soup and Brett and Caleb both could eat on it. And then I just kind of would eat salads or eat, like I'm a big girl. I love grilled cheese and stuff like that. So I would typically kind of gravitate towards cooking more for them, if you may, if that makes sense. And then the flip side would be like, I would make a dish like that Brett and Caleb both kind of collectively really love. But then a couple days later, I would make like a big pot of homemade chili, which Caleb and I really, really love, especially Frito pie. If you've never had that, you take some Fritos, put them on the bottom of your bowl, take your chili and put on top some spring onions, some cheese, some sour cream. It is divine. Okay, it's delicious. So I was so used to, and that's why I was kind of hoping for a little bit more feedback. Obviously, you guys can still comment on this. I would love your feedback. But I was so used to cooking a very specific way and like kind of planning out my meals, which I still do plan meals. But I would say, okay, Monday I'm doing this, Tuesday I'm doing this, Wednesday I'll do this meal that's going to last Wednesday and Thursday, or so on and so forth. So for me, I find it really challenging because first and foremost, I'm home, by myself all day long. So it's just me throughout the day. So basically the only meal I'm really cooking is dinner. And then during the weekends, I like to do like brunches and stuff like that and make like big breakfasts and stuff. So for me, it's been this a very hard balance of trying to figure out, how much to buy. I hope y'all cannot hear all them sirens. Oh my gosh. Hopefully everybody's okay. We're going to send out some positive vibes out there. But it's a challenge because I don't know how much to order or how much to prepare so that I'm not wasting stuff, which luckily his mom lives a few minutes away. My mom lives a few minutes away. So when we do have like bigger meals that I've made, like big pot meals and stuff, whatever we don't eat, it does not go to waste. I will give it to somebody. But it's kind of hard because we don't always like the same things. So I'm either making him kind of his set meals for the week and then I just kind of make whatever. Or I try to really make bigger meals or like freezer type meals. That way I can make something, I can freeze a portion of it. And then when I make something for him, I have something to eat too. So like this week that we are currently in, I'm filming this on Thursday. You'll see this on Saturday. And I'm so sorry this is a week late, you guys. Not gonna lie, mentally I've been a little bit, off. And I don't like to film when I'm feeling that way. So just full transparency there. But on Thursday, this is the day that I'm filming this. On Monday, I spent 3 hours cooking and I made a huge pot of homemade chicken noodle. Sunday, I made a huge pot of chicken noodle soup for Brett, and then I made a huge pot of loaded baked potato soup for myself. One of my favorite meals, so comforting, so filling. You can switch it up incredibly cheap too if you are somebody that has a larger family and you need a recipe. Loaded baked potato soup is where it's at, you guys, and it doesn't take a long time. But I made that for myself. So literally Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that's what we both ate. He ate chicken noodle soup and then, would eat a sandwich or eat fruits or veggies on the side. And then I was eating my loaded baked potato soup. So I try to do that like weekly, where I'll make 1 or 2 big meals that we will eat on for a few days. And then, like I said, we buy a lot of salads, fruits, vegetables, especially for me, because I am home during the day and I'm on a wellness journey, a health gain, weight loss journey. So for me, so I'll do the 2 meals, and then we'll have, you know, our fruits and vegetables, and then I'll boil eggs. I love cheese and crackers. I'm lactose intolerant, but I love cheese. Okay, it's my favorite food group. And my son's the same way, poor kid. But I'll cut up a block of cheese and I'll have cheese and crackers. So kind of throughout the day when I'm here, I'll eat like a small breakfast. If I happen to get hungry, I usually don't, because I do intermittent fasting. If I get hungry kind of in between that like 10 to 6 p.m. type of range, I'll get a piece of fruit. I'll eat a small salad. I'll eat cottage cheese. I'll eat cheese and crackers. But that's kind of how I tend to cook for us now. Is more of like I plan it out. We'll eat the same thing for 2 or 3 days. I'll make another big something and we'll eat that for 2 or 3 days. And then on the weekends, he kind of takes over a little bit, and I'll make us a couple of sides, and then he cooks on the grill. I love grilled food. I love when he cooks on the grill. A couple of my kind of go-to meals as far as for like entertainment or things that I know they hit and they land every single time and they're perfect every single time is I do this roasted chicken. And if you guys remind me, I'll put it down below, but incredibly easy. I like to take bone in, skin on chicken thighs. You can buy a humongous family pack here, at least for like $8. I mean, incredibly cheap. Put them in a baking dish, and I take some spray butter. I spray the heck out of them for the bottom side of them, spray the entire thing with butter. I put a ton of lemon pepper. If you don't like lemon pepper, use your favorite spice. I use a ton of lemon pepper and sazon, and then flip them over, spray the tops of them where like the crispy part's gonna be on top. Spray them again with spray butter, and there's something about the spray butter that just, it's got a little bit of saltiness. It helps to aid in like the crisping of the skin, but I'll spray the tops of it with the spray butter, some more lemon pepper, and some more sazon. I put them in the oven at 450 for 45 minutes. You don't have to cover them. You don't have to do anything to them. 450 for 45 minutes. After that, turn the oven all the way down to 275 for 1 hour. Y'all, when I am telling you, it is the most delicious. They're incredibly tender, but all the fat has been rendered out. The skin is intensely, deliciously crispy. It's perfection. They're literal perfection. Another favorite that always is like a crowd pleaser and one of our personal favorites is when I do my fried shrimp. I literally just take, I buy like the bagged frozen shrimp. I go ahead and peel them and stuff like that, make sure everything's rinsed and everything. I dry them off, pat them dry. I will put them in heavily seasoned flour. I like to go with adobo, some salt and pepper, and some sazon. Those are kind of my go-to things. Season the flour heavily, and then I add a good amount of baking powder to my flour. I do the same thing when I do fried chicken. Adding that baking powder gives just a different level of crisp and crunch to fried foods. Then I will dredge them in the seasoned flour. I will put them in a mixture of milk and hot sauce together. You can use buttermilk and hot sauce too. And then back into the flour, shake them off to get like kind of any thick flour from them. And then I deep fry them for 3 minutes only, exactly 3 minutes. They're tender. The crunch on the outside is perfect. And then as soon as they come out, I sprinkle just a little bit more sazon on the top. Like the sazon, there's just something magical about it. It will stain the hell out of everything that you touch, and it touches. Your fingers, the cabinets, the countertops, it's gonna stain everything. But it's fine, because it's worth it. But it has this lovely, it's salty, but it's incredibly smoky too. It's a beautiful flavor profile. But that shrimp, y'all, oh my gosh, is it delicious. I could literally sit here all day and talk to y'all just about food and like my favorite types of food and stuff like that. Again, I love Italian food. I love Greek food. I love Mexican food. Like I said, I love pretty much everything. We were raised in Hawaii, so being there, and we were like on the base in government quarters. So it was literally this beautiful like mishmash and melting pot of all these different cultures and cuisines and stuff like that. And I think that is why I am the way that I am with food. Like I will try anything once, with an exception. Like I've tried snake, and I've tried frog, and I've tried alligator. I've tried, octopus. I've tried all these different things because of kind of how we were brought up and stuff like that. And we would go to birthday parties and it would be somebody that was from the Philippines. We would go to somebody's house that, you know, they were from Japan or whatever the case may be. Like, I think that's such a beautiful thing. And I feel like there are two things. I include love as well, but we perceive and feel and put out love in different ways. But I feel like music and food, they're so beautifully universal. Like they're a language that we all understand. You know what I mean? Like we all love food. We all have to eat. And for most of us and in most cultures, food is love. Food is a love language. And for me, it is. You know, I don't have money to buy things and to buy nice things for people and stuff like that, or to say, hey, you know, I got you this for this, or for me, it's about having our family and friends come over and seeing their faces and seeing, you know, how happy they are and just watching everybody kind of collectively just come together. And it's a beautiful, powerful thing. And I feel like music does that exact same thing. So yeah, another favorite of mine is I do literally one of the most amazing, and look, yes, I am tooting my own effing horn and I don't care. I'm a damn good cook. But for Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that, I do not do kind of a traditional ham, if you will. I don't like those, again, texture. But I take a whole smoked picnic. Again, I don't know if that's a Southern thing or if everybody can get that, but I take a whole smoked picnic. I will score the fat. It has a large fat cap on it. I will score that, and then I will put powder, and I will put brown sugar into all the little scored areas, and then I will pack brown sugar around the entire ham very, very tightly, like a shit ton of it. And then I take cheer wine, y'all, and I put it in the bottom of my roasting pan, and I kind of treat my ham the same way I do that chicken. But it gets cooked overnight. So I will start it, you know, night before Thanksgiving, night before Christmas, whatever. But I will put cheer wine in it, and then that stays uncovered. I do it at 450 for 45 minutes. Then I turn the oven all the way down to about 250, 300. I put full on the ham because it does cook overnight. I turn it all the way down, cover it really, really nicely with the full, and I cook it overnight. I get up the next morning. I use these like oven-proof gloves. Stick my hand in, I twist that bone and pull the entire bone out, and the whole thing just goes like this. And think of it, if you've never had that, it's more of like how pulled pork is, but pulled pork obviously is not smoked. So this is like that version of that. So it's pulled and it's got this amazing, deep, smoky, rich, intense flavor, but then you've got the sweetness from the brown sugar, and then that cheer wine kind of gives like a molassesy type of an undertone to it. It's so damn good. And then I do my stuffing. Something else I really want to talk about too is like with my stuffing, with a lot of things that I do, I kind of call it like half-ass homemade. Whereas like I'll take like stovetop stuffing, for instance, and instead of just doing it like it says to do it, I will, instead of putting water in, I use chicken stock or chicken broth to put it in. And then I'll add fresh onions and celery and carrots. My favorite way to do it is celery and onions. And then I love to add walnuts and craisins to it. It is so effing good. And I'll put it in a pan and I bake it. So again, that top part of it gets a little bit crispy, crunchy, but then the bottom part is still super pillowy and stuff. It's so delicious. And then Brussels sprouts is another thing that is like a crowd pleaser, something that we really, really love, something that I'm really proud of and I feel like I've perfected. Especially coming from somebody that as a kid, I had a great disdain for Brussels sprouts. I hated them. And I still hate like my mama used to try to make us eat the ones in the little grocery aisle freezer section with like the butter and stuff, but those I still don't like. But I will take Brussels sprouts and I will take bacon first and I will roast it in the oven. I will take the bacon out and just kind of let it sit. And then that little bit of bacon grease that's left, I'll put my Brussels sprouts on there, a little bit of salt and pepper, and I roast them in the oven until they are nice and soft and have a good amount of and have a good amount of color to them. I will pull them out and then take that crispy bacon and put on top. Yeah, they're delicious. Yeah, so anyways, this maybe is not going to go a full 30 minutes. But yeah, I just, you know, that's kind of the things that I do. I love all fruits, all vegetables. I don't really eat a whole lot of like candy and stuff like that. I used to prior to having COVID. I used to love like gummies and sour candy and stuff, but none of that even tastes good to me anymore. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. And then I don't eat, like, I'm not a chocolate person. I don't eat chocolate. I rarely eat ice cream unless I can find Whiskey Biz. Woo-hoo! Delicious. I'm more of, like, I like lemon stuff. I like fruit things. Like, I'm a big fan of, like, muffins, like with cakes and stuff. I don't eat a lot of cake because I don't like icing. But like cranberry orange muffins or lemon blueberry muffins or like something like that. I really love those types of things. As far as like snack type things go, cheese and crackers, I love Gardettos. Yeah, I don't eat a whole lot of chips and stuff either. I'm more of like, I want like muffins or I guess like baked goods, like cinnamon roll type vibes. And again, I don't eat them all the time. And then drinks, nobody really commented about like drinks or anything like that, which I mean, it kind of is what it is. You know, if you drink tea, you drink tea, if you whatever. I drink water and water and water. And then occasionally, and I'm not really a drinker, but occasionally I'll have a beer, or I do like tequila. That is my preferred like liquor of choice when I do drink, but literally I'll have a bottle of tequila for like 9 months. And then I drink water all the time. My first water of the day is when I'm working out, so I will add a liquid IV to that. Love that. I love liquid IV, and she doesn't know I'm doing this. I don't even think she knows I have a second channel, but my girl Jackie Naturals does have a code. I think it's just Jackie Naturals with liquid IV. I swear by them. I love them. I tried them years ago in a Pinch Me box I got for free. Loved the sample so much. I ordered some, and I've been drinking them since then. So if you do like them too, and you want to try some of them, Jackie Naturals, I think she still has her code. That's typically what I do. If I don't order them through like Instacart or like Walmart delivery, I will use her code. But yeah, so my first water of the day is liquid IV, and then one drink a day. I will either have like a little coffee drink, like the iced coffee type drinks, or I will have a zero calorie energy drink. And I like Red Bull zero sugar, and I like the Rain Storm 0 calorie or like 10 calorie energy drinks. And yeah, I don't drink juice. I don't drink tea, or like, I like lemonade if I go to a restaurant. I love lemonade. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, I kind of tend to stick to the same things for us as a family. Like, there's pretty much like 10 or 12 things that are like my go-to that we just love. And then even when my son comes into town, I ask him kind of ahead of time, what do you want? And he'll want like cube steak with rice and gravy, or he'll ask for this amazing popcorn chicken I make him. I love salmon patties. Oh my gosh, I make a really good salmon patty too, y'all. Yeah, I feel like I have a good variation too, because I love to cook, I mean, just anything. And I like all different types of flavor profiles. It's not like in my home we cook just one specified thing. Like, I love all types of food and cook all types of food. So yeah, and I would call myself pretty adventurous. Like I said, other than those few things like liver, gizzards, and mushrooms, I pretty much will at least try something at least one time. And then if I love it, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah, I do have like some food I don't like the texture of, and I'm a little bit strange. I will talk about that too. I do not like mashed potatoes, and people think that is insanity, especially since I'm here in the South and I'm a Southern girl, and everybody loves mashed potatoes here, y'all. Everybody. I'm more of I'd rather have like rice and gravy than like mashed potatoes and gravy, or like egg noodles or something with gravy. And I do not like ketchup. I know. I love mustard. I love mustard and hot sauces, like lemon things, garlic, those flavors. I don't like ketchup, and I will eat it if it's on something, like when I do homemade meatloaf or something, I will eat it. But even with meatloaf, I'll make half the meatloaf for Brett with ketchup and half of it with crushed up white cheddar Cheez-Its and some spray butter. Try it. And gravy, brown gravy. So that's how I like mine. I will mix ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise together and use it for fries sometimes. And that leads me to my favorite food in the whole wide stinking world is French fries. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I love French fries. I just love them. French fries, tater tots, waffle fries. I don't give a crap. I ain't never met a French fry I didn't like, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be fresh. And I don't like wimpy fries. I do not like soft fries at all. I want a nice crisp on the outside and nice pillowy soft on the inside. But yeah, I love French fries, especially like the days that sometimes I cook something that's more for Brett's preferences, I'm like, man, I'm gonna make me some tater tots, or I'll do fries, and then I'll do like loaded tater tots or loaded fries and put cheese and stuff on top. And I love, 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 love French fries or tater tots, whatever potato item with lemon pepper seasoning. There's something about it. There's something about how it tastes. It's just divine. It's delicious. Restaurants, again, we don't eat out a whole lot. There is a little tiny place here that serves barbecue and stuff like that. And another one of my favorite foods is brisket. I cannot find very many places that do it well. So when I do find a place or I get the opportunity to have brisket, I'm going to eat it. And then at that particular place, I get the brisket and then I get a double order of fried okra, which I also love. I know a lot of people have like a love-hate relationship with fried okra, or well, okra, because it is, you know, it's slimy. It's slimy as hell if it's not prepared well. But if it's fried well and prepped well, the crunch on it is just delicious. It's just great. Like, it reminds me of fried green tomatoes kind of, and I love fried green tomatoes too. Our other favorite place, of course, we'll order pizza and stuff like that from a few different places. My favorite subs are from Jersey Mike's. They're good. Their quality is great. They give you a lot of meat and cheese and stuff like that on there. And then we love Texas Roadhouse. And then there's a couple little like Mexican joints around here that I like. There's a place called Pharaoh's Village that we really love. Like, their gyros and stuff are phenomenal. Their spanakopita is great. Their baklava is delicious. Look, y'all, I'm hungry as hell. I'm about to get off of here. I'm gonna go eat my damn salad. Anyways, thank y'all so much. Hopefully I've said enough. I feel like I did. Again, I do ramble and stuff like that. I cannot help that. So if you're here to shit on me or bash me, I'm just gonna block your ass. We have no time around here for hate, just love. This is a safe haven, a safe space for everybody. So thank y'all so much for joining. Please don't forget to go on over to my other channel, The Brutally Honest Beauty. If you love all things makeup and beauty, that's what you'll find over there, as well as some plus size clothing hauls. Over here though, if you want to stick around and subscribe, I'd love to have you. Speaking of plus size clothing, next week's video is all about clothing. Clothing, fashion, shoes, all the things. Am I the most fashionable person in the world? I wear tank tops, oversized shirts, and leggings 24 hours a day, pretty much. Yeah, but I want to talk about all things fashion. What are your favorite types of clothing? I'd love to know where you shop. What is your fashion sense? What is your fashion style? Do you switch it up regularly? Are you somebody like me that you kind of just live in the same things, and then maybe when you step out on the town, you have a specific fashion sense? Yeah, let's have all the conversations about fashion, clothing, shoes, all of it. I would love to know. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic day. I love you so much. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, y'all.